The Winter Sports Club is amazing. It is multi-sports, and it's the only club in the entire country that has as many winter sports as we're able to provide.
I feel like when you ask our kids about their life in Steamboat, their first thing they'll say is, we grew up in the Winter Sports Club.
It's sort of like a second family for me.
The Winter Sports Club, I think, was my upbringing.
I think Howelsen and the Winter Sports Club is one of the best places in the world.
It was almost another parent to me. We spent every opportunity we had down at the Winter Sports Club and enjoyed every minute of it.
Coming here after school and being with your friends and your coaches, it's just an awesome experience.
Almost every huge lesson or experience or great moment that has changed them has happened through the Winter Sports Club.
You know, their notion of creating champions on and off the mountain really resonates with me, and I just think it's an incredible opportunity for the boys to be part of that.
There you go.
Every coach that I've ever worked with, you know, here at Winter Sports Club or see coaches on hill with these kids, from skiing to cross country to jumping to snowboarding coaches, every single one of them brings a large amount of passion and dedication to the sport.
And the culture that they become a part of, again, changes them. And whether or not they're winning or whether or not they want to be an Olympian, they can be the best version of themselves.
We're so fortunate in this town to have so many amazing people help raise these kids.
There's something to be said about growing up in a competitive environment and having the mentors that the SSWSC provided. And you know, I certainly don't think that I would have grown up to be the person that I am today without their influence on my life.
It's so unique and so special, and having seen great places in the world, there's nothing like this.
Really, the Winter Sports Club is appropriate for all kids. Every single kid can benefit from the Winter Sports Club.
Come on, guys.
the start order. Here's who we can expect in this next race, as we will have 3 different classes all starting at the same time. So we'll have multiple starts at the 15-minute mark or the 0-minute mark, including bib number 18, fresh off of her hat trick the other night against Rivals Battle Mountain 5-2 victory. Ella Wilson, bib number 18, our sole racer in the U20 female class out there. Also starting at that 0 mark will be bib number 14, Mackenzie Maines. And also brother Ethan Maines, bib number 19. So it's going to be a Maines affair out there. It's going to see who can hang on to that race. All of them will be starting at the same time. Filling out the rest of the U16 female class, bib number 15, Valentina Brogy, will start at minute 8, and then we are going to run a bus for the remainder of that heat. Sadie McCrank and Paisley Rancourt starting at a minute 30, minute 35, respectively. We are 3 minutes out from start. Athletes, make sure you're making your way to the start area. On the U20 men's side, Ethan Maines is at 0, and with a minute 4, Augie Rookie and Luke Miller will be coming in next at a minute 4. Isaac Covey-Danielson will be up there at a minute 15, and then at a minute 52 will be Isaiah Longer. And we'll have 2 athletes going out on a bus. Sebastian Christie and Stinson Miles will be starting 2 minutes back. So we are closing in quickly on the 2-minute mark to start. Athletes are starting to line up. If you are in this race, you should be in the start area right now. Please make sure you got your skis on and ready to go. And there's the 2-minute mark. I can just see the clock off in the distance by taking the readers off. We are 2 minutes out to start. Starting to line them up over there. Wilson is on the start line. Looks like Maines is over there as well. Just see what's filling in. Here comes bib number 19. That is Ethan Maines sneaking his way into the start area at the last second there. Almost looked like he was going to carry a little speed into the start the way he was moving. We're about a minute out from start. So again, 3 athletes starting out. These they did not all jump the same. This is just 3 different age classes all competing at the same time. So that is going to be what we see there at the start. Once that gets going, it's going to be kind of hard to keep track of who everybody is there. It's going to really challenge me as an announcer to make sure I can keep track of everybody, but I will do my best. I do have some help out on the course. Allie Givnish at the top of the hill is going to call out some numbers for me so I can hopefully keep track of who is who. So we're inside of the 1-minute mark, counting it down. We got about 45 seconds to go to start. Again, 3 athletes on the start at the same time here. I'm going to make some predictions. I think Maines is going to try to distance himself, but he's going to have a hard time breaking away from Ella Wilson. Wilson has been practicing a lot on the soccer pitch, maybe not quite as much on the cross-country skis, but I think she's still going to be a force to be reckoned with out there today. And little sister Mackenzie Maines probably also going to try to give us a good show today. About 10 seconds off the start. Here we go, guys. It is racing time. And there is the start. Again, Maines on the inside, Maines on the outside, Wilson in the middle. Ethan Maines, light on his feet, even in this heavy snow, sets a quick pace out. We do have a bit of a gap here. They're going to go for almost a minute before we see our next athletes head out. So everybody's going to get a good chance to see what the pace is looking like. Top stepping his way up to the top of the hill. The first athlete over is Ethan Maines. Fresh off of his return from Junior World Championships in Lillehammer, Norway. And Wilson right behind him. Mackenzie Maines not too far back. Looking back to the start, we are almost closing in on that 1 minute time at 1:04. You can expect to see Augie Rookie and Luke Miller head out, and then at 1:08 will be Valentina Brogy. There are third place winners in the jumping. These guys tied today in jumping. They are headed out together. Bogey out there, signature white headband. That band might be a little bit much for today's race. It is warm out there, folks. And right there behind him, Cubby Danielson, coming all the way from Itasca in the Central Division. Next up is going to be Sadie McCrank. Also fresh from her return from Junior World Championships in Lillehammer. Right behind her is Paisley Rancourt. Rancourt rocking the shorts out here today. What a great look. I love it. I love it. Maines on the back stretch makes his way in. Wilson makes the turn. Not too far behind her is Mackenzie Maines. So we got Ethan Maines out in front. Mackenzie Maines in the middle is Wilson, bib number 18. We have all racers out on the course right now, starting to make their way up to the top. Climbing that hill for the first time. Coming in here right now, bib number 19, finishing up lap 1. That is Ethan Maines. You got to see the birthday cake out there the other day. You got to see some incredible engineering work of Maines. He did made those little ski jumpers, 3D printed them at home. Pretty awesome stuff. Here comes Wilson. And Mackenzie Maines also on the course. Coming down to finish up lap 1. Five lap race. This is going to be I'm going to make a bet and say, I don't know, 16 minutes maybe for a finish time there for Maines. These are tough conditions. Even though it is the same 5K that they've raced many times before, today's conditions are going to make it challenging. So it's going to be all about just pacing, taking their time. There is Coach Garrett Fitz giving some advice to Maines, maybe giving some split scores. See how far ahead she is at the turn. Coming in here right now, bib number 21 and bib number 20. These guys started together. This is Augie Rookie and Luke Miller. Rookie and Miller. Step for step, and not far ahead of Cubby Danielson. So there is your race for second, third, and fourth on the U20 men's class. They started about a minute back of Maines. Didn't get you split time on that. I'm guessing that looks about the same. Maines is already across the top of the concrete bleachers and out into the stables area. Chase group in the men's class, but also Mackenzie Maines, the leader in the U16 women's class. So that is Miller and Rookie crossing the top there. Sunbelt comes out today for those two Park City athletes. It's a warm one. And chasing them down is Cubby Danielson. So Cubby Danielson with a good race. Looking at here at the bottom, just crossing in lap 1, bib number 15. That is Valentina Bogey, right behind her, bib number 16. So that is the second and third place athletes currently. Now, it will be interesting to note that Sadie McCrank did start on a bus, so she started ahead of her actual prescribed start time. So she has about a 2.5 minute deficit to make up. But she is eating up the course right now, looking strong. Coming through right now, Stinson Miles. He's ready for a day at the beach. We got the waterfront property and Miles out here, as well as Paisley Rancourt taking advantage of a beautiful sunny day to work on their Colorado tan. And coming down the stretch right now, finishing up lap 2, this is Maines. Ethan Maines. And just entering the zigzag of the flats down here is bib number 21. That is Luke Miller. So Maines finishing up lap 2, but Miller is starting to close the distance. He's got a ways to go still. But it is still anyone's race. There is about 3K left for Maines as he finishes up lap number 2. And Miller turns the corner. I'm sure Maines is keeping an eye on things, looking over his shoulder to see where everyone is at. But Miller is making a strong move as he comes down. It's going to come to looking for fresh snow, finding a place where maybe it hasn't been skied up as much, not quite as soft. The Rancor. And Ethan Maines climbing up over the top, takes a look down the hill and sees Luke Miller finishing up lap 2. Coming in right now, there is Augie Rookie finishing up his lap, and Ella Wilson, bib number 18. Next in, bib number 22, Cuddy Danielson. Mackenzie Maines finishing up lap 2. And making the chase there across the top. Taking a look, Luke Miller unofficially starting to close that gap down. He's got, I think he's gained maybe about 20 seconds or so on Maines. But that's still a good bit of distance to make up. Maines coming through the slushy zone here, back by the rodeo grounds in the parking lot. Looking for the softest, driest snow we can find, but it's hard to come by out here. Past the halfway mark in today's race, but looking strong. Coming in right now, bid number 23, Isaiah Longer. And there is bid number 16, Sadie McCrank for Park City Ski and Snowboard. McCrank has passed Valentina Brogy. Brogy looking strong still, one of our out here today. Started in second place, and it looks like she slid in the door, but remember, there's a 2.5 minute time deficiency to make up there, so this will be one thing to keep an eye on as they cross over. Coming across the top of the concrete right now, Sebastian Christie making his way over the hill. Right behind him, bib number 23, that is Isaiah Longer. So our leader, Ethan Maines, finishing up lap 3, heading out for lap 4. Starting to make a move, passing up some other athletes. Stinson Miles, officially the best dressed for today's event. Here with him, Paisley Rancor coming in, and here is Luke Miller. Luke is on our chase crew, looking to see if he can close the distance, gaining a little bit more time on Maines as they have a lap and a half left to go. Maines at the top of the hill, pushing strong. Look at that, like he just started the race. Valentina Brogy coming across the top. It looked like Maines got kicked in the afterburner there just a little bit as he came across the top of that most recent hill. He maybe started to realize Miller was closing in on him, and he just took off. He is looks like he's fresh again, even after 10 minutes of race time. And there's Miller coming across the top of the hill, looking to catch his breath on the downhill stretch. Ethan Maines burning up the course. He's back in the flats down here looking to finish up lap 4. Next to enter the rodeo grounds here, that is bib number 15. Here is Valentina Groshi. So Sadie Frank right here. This will be the first female athlete in the U16 class to come through at the end of this lap. That is lap 3 for her. Here comes Maines finishing up lap number 4. Ethan Maines looking strong. Luke Miller not too far behind. Coming the back stretch right here right now. It looks like Valentina Grogi still rocking the white headband. Right behind her, also in the white headband, that is Luke Miller. So both these athletes currently in second position within their particular divisions. Looking strong out here on the course as they wrap up another lap. Looking up to the top of the hill, cranking her way over the top, looking good. Also up there with her, Isaiah Longer. Longer having a good race. He's been moving up in the field a little bit. Here comes Maines, bib number 19. Maines, a race leader in the men's class at least, coming up over the top. And finishing up lap number 4 right there. We also just saw bib number 15, Valentina Brogy. So Brogy taking the turn, heading out for one last lap, keeping an eye on that distance between herself and Sadie McCrank. McCrank's got to make up a good amount of time from that bus, about 2.5 minutes. So it will be important to keep an eye on the clock. It's not necessarily winner take all when we have a bus involved. So it will be challenging to see, keep track of it as that plays out. Making the turn back here on number 17, Paisley Rankford. It's 22 and 24. That's Cubby Danielson and Sebastian Christie. And sneaking his way onto the back here is bib number 19. That is Ethan Maines, bib number 19. Getting ready to make the turn and head for home. Wire to wire on this race. Maines was out in front. Continues that as he heads down the back stretch, looking for some fresh snow on the outside edge. Not too far behind him, though, just entering the rodeo grounds, bib number 21, Luke Miller. Miller with a very strong race out there, a good showing. Maines finding his way into the finish lap. There he is, our top finisher thus far. Ethan Maines crossing the finish line. Sadie McCrank goes out for one more lap. Coming across the top right here, bib number 24. That is Sebastian Christie starting to break things open a little bit. And Paisley Rankford right there with him. Bib number 22, Cody Danielson at the top of the hill. Looking down the home stretch right now, bib number 21. Coming in for his finish line appearance. Strong race for Miller out here today, still gliding strong. And a good solid finish. Next in line looks like Augie Rookey coming down the back stretch. He will be our third athlete to cross in the U20 men's class. Out ahead of him is Valentina Brogy. Brody making the turn. She's got one more lap to go. Still trying to keep her eye out for Sadie McCrank out in front. See what that gap is. McCrank has been pushing really hard on this last lap. See if she has enough to break that 2.5 minute bus that's between them. Turning into the field right now, Sebastian Christie, bib number 24, extending his lead in the back end of the race course here. Valley Bogey coming across, get some cheers from teammates. She's got one more lap to go. Come across the finish line there, bib number 20, Augie Roki, Park City seated snowboard. Stinson Niles coming down the stretch here. Stinson, I believe, has one more lap. Right behind him, bib number 24, that's Sebastian Christie. Coming around the corner onto the back stretch, bib number 18, Ella Wilson. Followed up, 16, Sadie McCrank. Wilson and McCrank. Climbing up the top is the chaser right here. Valentina Brody coming up the hill one more time. Gonna have to keep an eye on that time clock and see how this finishes out. Brody crossing the top of the hill one last time. Just because you're at the top of the hill doesn't mean it's quite done. It is a challenging course for gliding on this flats down here. Crossing in right there, bib number 22, Cody Danielson comes in. Paisley Rancourt coming through. Ella Wilson coming through. Wilson on her way to the finish line. Right behind her, Sadie McCrank on her way to the finish line. Our U20 class, women's side, there is Ella Wilson. U16 women's class, Sadie McCrank coming across the line. McCrank with a good race. Going to be keeping her eye on the clock as Valentina Brody has now 2.5 minutes to get here to defend the top position.
I don't think Joe will be mad at the lake for Yeah. That was mine. Yeah. But I'm going to stop, change my pants. Okay. All right, I'm going to walk over there in a minute and walk Jeff back, and then I'll see you.
Looking out the back window to see if I can see Valentina Brody. I know she's gone down behind the stables back there. How quickly can she get back here into the finish area? Here she comes, Brody, coming past the edge of the corrals there. Makes her way into the flats. Does she have enough time to get all the way around to the finish line? That's going to be the question. Climbing over the top right now, bib number 17, Paisley Rancourt, up and over the top one more time. Brody going down the giving it everything she has to make one more turn and then pushed for the finish line. It's going to be tight. McCrank laid down a blistering pace in that race. She really pushed hard. Caught up almost to Ella Wilson, even though she started a good minute and a half back. Brody makes the turn. Not sure if she realizes how close this is going to be. She's pushing her way back here. She's got... It's going to be close. I can't tell how much time it is. I didn't catch the split on the last race. But can she get to the finish line? It's a race against the clock. Not often seen in Nordic combined, but here it is, a race against the clock. Valentina Brody. Can she beat the bus? She's sprinting for the finish line, still hanging strong. Brody step for step. I'm not sure. It's going to be a close one. We'll have to go to the officials to see how that one plays out, but definitely on the podium is our second finisher in the U16 class. We do still have a handful of athletes out on course. Keep an eye on them to finish. Paisley Rancourt out there. Also Stinson Miles coming in. Stinson Miles heading into the finish line. Brought his swim trunks. Thought maybe jump in the lake afterwards. Miles with a great race out there. And looking out the back window, Paisley Rancourt still on course as she turns the corner. Been a great day of racing out here. Everybody's been putting in the best effort they can given these challenging snow conditions. Just as a reminder, we will be doing a flower ceremony outside of Olympian Hall. Just a few minutes after we can get everybody back there and certify the race results. Once that is complete, we will give everybody a chance to take a break for the evening. Just a reminder, team captains meeting is at 5 inside of Olympian Hall. And the MCUSA parent mixer will be over at the Detroit Pioneers Museum on 8th and Oak Street. Here comes Paisley Rancourt. Paisley Rancourt coming in here, board number 17. Rancourt finishes the course. All right, I have one correction and one announcement. Correction is team captains meeting will be in the locker room downstairs at 5 o'clock. We plan on doing the flower ceremony at 4:45 at outside of Olympian Hall. So we are going to break things down here.